29. Sean Showtime Porter, the two-time welterweight champion of the world, born in Ohio, but fighting out of Las Vegas, USA.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul CANELO Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Northeast Ohio, here is a welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Sean Porter.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
So, all the talking's done. All right. Now, let's get down to action.
Thousands of fans here in attendance. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Nice defense with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. He missed with the jab. Nice counter. Blocks the jab. Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the lines roll up.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Mistakes and you're switching off.
There's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpuncher, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
That jab was blocked. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
These two were made for each other. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They are not gonna let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Alvarez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
Just go out there, execute you out. Great. Don't be looking there for one. Just take the round off. Win the round on.
On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Got his gloves up. That's a good idea. Which fighter will say no mas? Beautiful counter punch. Hook misses. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, though, ring away, whoop.
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Nobody home with that hook. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just missed with that jab. That jab gets blocked. the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alvarez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
3 shots. Listen, you switched off. What's he doing? Needs to get back out there. Keep doing what you're doing.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter lands. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nope, that hook won't score. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice defense with that jab. Nobody home with that hook. Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Focus back. Get that jab back. Just box it. Just good work. That's it.
On to the 6th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The jab doesn't quite connect. They blocked the hook. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Just keep in mind about anything. Go back and
we go. It's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And there's an uppercut. A big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Talk about punches in bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Does well to block that left jab. Punch himself out, though. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. You know the score. Hold it right there. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Round 8, and we're off again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Nice counter. Lucky that hook didn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About as close as you can get a majority decision win.
A majority decision, you know what, I've got to agree. There's no argument there. I totally get it. I see where they're coming from. I see the scoring they've done. I wouldn't even argue with it. Maybe one round either side.